Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out week in and week out prophesying the downfall of America, also known as Babylon the Great. We give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Baruch.
Alright, the Heavenly Father and His Son. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, the ties of truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Let's go into Isaiah 13. I didn't do
it. Start at the top?
Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see.
Yeah, so this Babylon is talking about this Babylon today. Okay? And this is Babylon.
This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 1. After these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon is great, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, in a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Yeah. And you see the degradation happening more and more in Isaiah 14. You see that degradation happening more and more because at one point in time, right, America was feared by all these nations, right? America had its shit together, right? You know, and then slowly things started to downgrade from the height of what it was as a Edomite empire, right? At one point in time, they had Jake completely in slavery. They had put Jake into slavery, you know, took over this whole continent, man. God. And they were ruling this place, you know, as they wanted to, right? And then you had certain things happen within history to where you fast forward in time and you have Jake, you know, running around saying whatever they want to say, doing whatever they want to do. God.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, which destroyest all the earth. And I will stretch out mine hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain.
Yeah, so this place isn't what it once was.
You done rolled off the rocks.
Yep.
You just declining, going downhill.
Because none of these other countries would dare speak against America. Okay, Jake wouldn't be able to say nothing or you get hung. Hang him, you know, burn him with fire, castrate him. They would do all kinds of horrible things. All right, to you Israelites, if you got out of turn, you got out of line, especially during, you know, hardcore slavery. You couldn't even read a book. They would beat the hell out of you for reading the book. They would kill you if you were reading the Bible, man. For the explicit reason of the same reason, like you have that Nat Turner movie, which is what they were worried about, is that empowerment. You got one behind? It's a lot.
But yeah, the brother's right. You know, they would catch you reading, they jack you up. But if they caught you reading the scriptures, they put you to death because they know that we are God's chosen people. They knew that. Shoot, in slavery, what was going on is they were beating it out of us. You know, because we held on to certain things, certain ceremonies. We understood. We were still connected to the Lord spiritually in some form or shape. and they're beating that out of us. You watch movies like Goodbye Uncle Tom, they were smashing Jake's smashing Jake's teeth out and force feeding Jake swine. And there was certain Jakes that were like, we know we're not supposed to be eating that shit. You know? Esau understands who we are. And he understands that if we were reading this word, we come to understand just like today. Like our forefathers, our apostles and elders, our elders, their elders, taught them the truth. Because why? This word. You know, nothing's been tampered. This word has not been tampered. It's not been messed with. And that was prophecy. That's why when we get these Jakes that come up and they're like, yeah, we're Christian, we believe the Bible. We bring out words in the Bible, they're like, nah, that's man's words. It's not. It's not. And that's proof that this word has never been tampered with. The Lord said, see that you hurt not the oil in the wine, which is talking about the understanding of the scriptures, the wisdom, everything contained inside cannot be tampered with. Okay? Esau, the so-called white man, knows he can't tamper with this word, or else he'd just destroy all the scriptures if he could. But he can't. This is an actual living spirit. It's not just physical words, bro. This is an actual living power, who is Yahushua.
The word endures forever, as it says in the scriptures.
Yeah, also in that movie with Nat Turner, I think it's called Birth of a Nation. But when the lady was giving him the book, she was like, no, those are white people's books. And she gave him the Bible. She's like, this is your book. You know, so they even showed in the movies, hey, this book is for the Israelites. You know, and that's why in those times, if you were caught reading this, you know, they would put you to death.
And that shows you too, Esau knew certain things, man. And the elites, they know, you know. You have people that are in these, you know, secret societies, they, you know, understand certain things, man. See, and that's what you have actually going on. How about Yahushua waking up the elect through his word? And that's exactly why you couldn't read the Bible during the time of slavery, because that same thing that happened with Nat Turner, that was what they were worried about. That empowerment, man.
Oh yeah, bro.
Because what did Nat Turner do? He used the Bible to start a revolution. That's why Esau was slick when he decided to so-called abolish slavery, right? Because Esau was like, you know, we can't keep these people in hardcore slavery like this forever.
This is Revelation 11 and verse. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves, which is roughly 1620 to 1970. Haslakia. What is it? 1620 to 1970, because during those times Esau fully came into power during the 1600s, because Constantinople didn't really fall until like 1550, 1560. So he still had struggled fighting Jake out there in Europe, but he fully came into power during the 1600s. So they didn't suffer us to understand who we are. Okay, they didn't keep continuing to say we're Israelites. They conquered us. They said that you're Negroes, you're savages, you're Indians. But then during 1970, as it tells you in the book of Obadiah, from whence he went into space, then slowly bring him down, we started to recover who we are through Abba Bivens, our elders, which were preaching in like the 70s, 80s. So those are those 3 days and a half. 1620 to 1970. That's 350 years. It goes on to say, and they that, it's like in verse 10, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth.
Right, because there was 2 periods of time when Jake ruled the world, man. You had during the reign of King Solomon, and then the Dark Ages. And those 2 times, Jake basically conquered the earth.
It says, and after 3 days and a half, which is synonymous with 350 earlier, from the spirit of life from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Which like the brother was going into, that fear of us coming to the understanding of who we are, which is why they were so against us reading the scriptures, because they were afraid of that. They were afraid of us spiritually waking up to our power, because that's what it is. Esau knows we can't fight him physically, but if we come back to our power, like it tells you in the book of Judith, that we'll be invincible. Because in the book of Judith, what's his name was telling them the story, the Assyrians the story, about how we were separated from our power, that we were getting fucked off. But when we were connected, he said there was nothing nobody could ever do to us, bro. We were invincible. That's why you watch movies like the Spartans, Immortals, where Israelites were killing thousands of people, and not one Israelite would die. You'd have an Israelite throw a battle axe, and then knock like 30 people down, and then Jake be right behind it and duck behind it and kill more. We'd be totally connected. You know, when you read about those wars when we fought the Canaanites, King David slew his tens of thousands. Bro, there was not one Jake getting put to death during those days, man. You know?
Yeah, it's like that video game, bro. What's that?
Dynasty Warriors?
Dynasty Warriors. Where you have mobs of people coming up and you be hitting people at a time. That's what the Lord said. Get Jeremiah 51. And the Lord always uses Israel.
Yeah.
Even like that's what's going on right now. How about Shemel raising up prophets to tell everybody what's happening, what's going on, why it's happening. You know, and it's that great fear fell upon. That's why so many people don't want to hear it, man, because they're afraid of it. This is terrifying.
Especially these other nations, man. Starting with Esau, the so-called white man. His elite have an agenda against this.
Yeah.
To where they're not going to make this mainstream unless it's to demonize us. They're going to put what we're seeing out there. Even though we have the answers, people want to know what's going on. Here it is, we telling you people freely. But the elite, they don't want us, you to know, because if you knew, you would understand the devil. You would understand that the one's doing this.
Yep.
Through the left hand.
I was watching this thing.
Like they're talking about these new variants. They're saying that this new one is going to be the worst as soon as it starts to mutate, which is in the next couple of weeks. You know, which we all know.
Yeah.
This is prophecy that these things have to happen in order for the end to come, in order for them to be justified in ushering the New World Order. Because they're going to use this to lock this place back down again. You know? They're going to use this. But this time they want it to be something like far out, you know? Because that's prophecy. The Lord promised that there's going to be pestilences and plagues. Let's hope that this is the one, the Omicron, or whatever it's called, Omicron. You know? They're saying this might be the one.
Well, their whole plan is to take this place over. They want to, they want to bring this place down so that they can take it over because because they want to create these laws and unrighteous decrees, man. And the way that they move is they'll have certain people say certain things, pay people off, and that's what they do, man. When you watch, the Borgias and the way that they operated, it's the same way this government today operates. It's all scandals, people getting paid off to do things, say things. Most of the madness that's getting pumped into the world is coming from universities, man. And it's to rile up Jakes and different. But I'm gonna just say it's to rile up different spirits and put Jake as the face of it.
Yeah, like that car crash.
Yeah.
Ram those people.
Yeah.
And then there's another one where this Jake that was like a soldier got an altercation with like 3 Edomites and they killed him. And they're trying to say in the courthouse, oh well, he was a thug and all this. It's all to demonize Jake.
Yeah, that's why they want to defund the police and do away with prosecuting certain crimes and everything, because you look at what's going on with all these stores broken into all over the place. Who do you think they're blaming for that? And I'm not saying it's not Jake doing it, but you're falling right into the hand of the slayer. You see, when you understand the truth, you understand what's really going on. You move different, you think different. Jake out here just done. They're just complete, especially young cats, man. And you got people that learn that they're Israelites, and they'll use that as a tool to be a fraud, man. To say, oh, I'm an Israelite, I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean? Oh, you're an Edomite. And they don't believe it themselves. They're just using that. But anyways, I was watching this thing, and it was talking about how pedophilia is in the highest offices of government. And it said that within the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, somebody within their own agency said the amount of pedophilia that goes on there is unbelievable. These people are known, prosecuted sex offenders. A lot of them actual molesters, bro. Actual rapists. And these people are in your intelligence agency, man. And look at, and it's all being exposed. You see what happened with, what's that guy's name? Epstein. All the different politicians that he was in bed with, man.
Yeah.
And that guy was a billionaire, bro. And he was a so-called
look what's happening at the border. At the border in Mexico, they're saying if you leave your kid over the border, the government will take care of them, but the parents can't come. But you could drop your kid off, and they're gonna take care of them. What do you think's happening to those kids, man?
They take care of them.
Yeah, they're never to be seen again because they're undocumented. They can do whatever the fuck they want to them, man.
Yeah, they're being trafficked.
Hey, that's the kind of shit that Esau does, man.
Because that's what these sex traffickers do, man. They abuse children, they sell them, they make videos off of them, sell the videos and the images and things like that. It's a whole system.
Think about it, even the system where takes orphan children and they give them to a family.
Oh,
they're getting molested, bro.
Yeah.
What do they call them? Foster homes, foster care. Bro, there's countless stories of children that come out and actually tell you what went on to them while they were going through that. Remember Carlos, James' friend?
Yeah.
He was in foster care. He talking about they were molesting him and shit. I believe it, bro. Look how deranged his mind was, bro. It's fucked up, man. This is Romans real quick, 12:2. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai.
Yeah. That's the only way that you're gonna be able to get out of this mind state is if you unplug, man.
Yeah, flee from this world, man.
You flee from all the madness of this world. I was watching something, man, and like you got all these people that are coming out talking about how pornography destroyed their lives, man. And somebody commented on this and said, if you perform a sex act in front of a child, is that child abuse? And if you agree that that's child abuse, how is pornography any different? Because the main consumers of it are young, young people, even children, even little kids are being able to access it because it's on YouTube, bro. It's on YouTube. There's even sickos out there that are making cartoons with suggestive themes. This is child abuse, man. And then the kids grow up and become bugged out. That's why you have to unplug from that shit, man. Get away from that madness, man, because it does destroy your mind. It destroys your fucking mind. That's why these women are like this, man. That's why this whole society is like this, man. It's built on sexualization. Over-sexualization, man. Which is useless. Which is nonsense. It doesn't even make sense. In fact, all it really does for you is spread sexually transmitted disease.
This Sirach or Ecclesiastes is an Apocrypha 10 and 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
That's how you know Esau is not a wise judge, man. He puts out all this shit to corrupt the minds of these people. That's why Babylon is fallen and become the hage of every unclean and hateful bird, man. Okay? That's why you have to get out of this madness. Micah 2 and 10, man. Grab that.
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
And depart. The disease of this, the sickness of this society.
Stop drinking that cup.
Yep, stop drinking from the cup of demons, man.
Which is that cup, that fornication, man. Spoken of in Revelation 18. That made all these nations sick. That's why wherever you go in the world, it's bugged the fuck out, bro.
Yep.
Like, you literally can't escape this place physically. That's why it's saying depart, because it's talking about mentally, spiritually. Come back to the power. Be not conformed to the ways of this world, man.
You go to some isolated fucking island and give them the internet. Next thing you know, they're twerking. Women are all out of order. Bro, and that's this witchcraft, this madness that if you don't have the scriptures, you can't fight against. You can't combat because you don't have an anchor. You don't have, as it says in the scriptures, a rock to lean on, man.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
Yeah, that armor. It's that armor. The Lord said, hey, be ye strong in the Lord and the power of his might. And put on that armor. So you can stand against the wiles of the devil, man.
Right. And there are many wiles of the devil out here.
Bro.
Yeah, just look up what's trending on YouTube. All kinds of fucking madness. And it gets millions of views. You got trannies, you got sodomites, and they're like the top views. It's just pure madness that the society is run on.
Have you guys watched Nickelodeon recently? That shit is super over-sexualized and demonic, bro.
Damn.
There's cartoons on Nickelodeon now that are showing kids like subliminally, sexual gestures. Fucking with their mind. There was a little young teenager on the cartoon on Nickelodeon, and there's a pedophile trying to tell him to jump on him in the bed.
What?
On Nickelodeon, bro.
Yeah.
Or you got these women. You remember Sweet Life with Zach and Cody?
Yeah.
Well, there's a show like that now. But this girl, she's straight over-sexualized, teaching people, little children, how to act a certain way, how to get things in life by tapping into that left hand, which is what being a slut.
Yeah. leading on boys to get what you want.
Yeah.
Which that's demonic, wicked behavior, man. See, that's why Yahweh Shemel is going to destroy this place, bro. That's why Esau is going to be destroyed.
Yep. Because Esau was teaching.
He's all about it. He's all about it, man.
That's the same serpent that was in the garden.
Yep.
That taught the woman the same thing she's doing to this day. You know?
Esau's kingdom would be magic, bro. People, you know, it would just be the super rich on top floating above everybody, and all the peons on the bottom just into all types of whatever. They do whatever the fuck they want to do, as long as they ain't fucking with the top.
That's why in Revelation, when it goes into the image of the beast and their system, it says that there's only going to be small and great, rich and poor.
Yep.
There's
no in between.
There is no in between. They want the rulers and the slaves. And you know the rulers are going to be these elite. The elite of Esau.
And that's what happened.
He ain't gonna share this shit with nobody. Fuck no. It's going to be the bloodlines that intermingle.
Yeah.
You know? The ones that just... the ones that all look the same. Come on, just look at them, man.
Yeah, just look. You put them on. First of all, just look at it.
Yeah, and with that middle class, hey, a lot of that middle class was through when the pandemic happened. They closed down all the businesses, all these mom and pop shops. They lost business. They had to shut down because they weren't making no money. So Esau did that strategically to cut out that middle class.
Also this crime wave that's happening right now. Well, all these stores getting looted constantly, every day, multiple times a day.
Right, BLM, which is a fucking psyop group.
Yeah.
They're a militia. They're a militia that was created by Esau, man. A crime group. Or what would you call it? A crime syndicate. Under the name BLM. Which is what? That's just Edomites, bro. They spray paint themselves. They inject themselves with melanin. They dress themselves up as thugs with ski masks. You know? Yeah, there's Jakes in there. Because it's BLM. It's Black Lives Matter.
I mean, what's happening with doing away with certain crimes, making certain crimes a misdemeanor, like especially in places like San Francisco, where it's a misdemeanor until you steal like over $1,000 worth of goods, and then if you go like over 1,000 or something like that, then it becomes a real crime. So what do? They just go in mobs, and everybody grabs under $1,000 worth of merchandise. And if they get caught, they're out immediately. And you see how it's happening? The Georgia Guidestones are real. They're doing this. And eventually, it's going to get so bad to where people are going to be crying for the government to do something about it.
Yeah.
And then all this, you know, everything's being put in place for them to say, okay, you know.
Okay, well, let's change over.
Yeah, let's change some stuff. We're going to change some things.
I'm gonna look something up real quick on Saturnalia. Okay. Let's see. Let me try to find something cool. Yeah.
Back in Sirach 10 and 1, a wise judge will instruct his people and the government of a prudent man.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to instruct you. Okay. You need to start reading the Bible, man. You need to start taking things seriously. Start understanding this society and why it's harming you. What it's doing to you. All right, as it said in Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart. This is not your rest. This is not your rest if you're an Israelite, bro. Okay. Because look, the future of this place, if Esau were to get his claws dug in and get it to where he wants it, there's no future for you. You're gonna be, it's gonna be hell. It says it shall destroy you. You're just gonna be a demon, man. You're just gonna be a demon. You're gonna be bugged out. You're gonna be all chipped up. If you do or say anything out of line, they'll just whack you, kill you, throw you in prison. They want to be able to destroy you for thinking something wrong, man. That's why they want to do it. They want to do away. They want the Bible to be the most hateful thing on earth. They want to paint the Bible like, that's why when it's time, they're gonna make us be the most evil thing on the planet.
Well, Elon Musk just came out that Neuralink could be in humans as early as next year.
Yeah. They want to be able to do that with a chip in your brain.
Yeah, if that comes out, people are gonna be lining up. There'll be a lot of Edomites lining up for that shit. Esau's the main one that wants to be all transhuman and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Bible, like all you're into the Bible and stuff, nah, you're no good for this system, bro. But that's why we're instructing you on the truth of the Bible. Okay? That you gotta turn away from this world.
Oh yeah, let me finish that. Yeah, Jake's doing this. This is Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Yep. Even with a sword destruction, because ultimately, how about Shemi Al-Shai is going to destroy this place, man. This place does not have much longer to go. The Lord is coming back to annihilate it, man. So, if you don't turn from your ways and repent, you're gonna be destroyed with it, man.
Yeah, God. Remember Lot's wife, how the destruction came and Lot's wife looked back.
Yeah, she looked back.
Symbolizing she missed it, or she was going to miss it. She was like,
yeah,
I just can't let it go. So the Lord was like, boom, I'm gonna get you too. And it put fear in Lot and his daughters.
Yep.
They took it serious. That's why Lot was like, fuck that, I'm out.
Lot knew they weren't playing.
Yeah. Lot understood that they were different class of beings. Those angels when they came through. He's like, oh, I beg thee, I beg thee.
Yeah.
Come into my
I know
house.
who these people. I know who they are.
And Lot is a Hebrew. Lot is an Israelite. Now in those days they weren't called Israelites. They were called Hebrews.
They were called Hebrews. They were sons of God.
And so he understood. He was like, oh. And then now Lot is here today as somebody else. Lot is here today as an Israelite. Okay, because the scriptures do call Lot a righteous man. But them seeing the destruction, or hearing of the destruction, they didn't take light of it. Lot didn't take light of it. He said, let's go, man. The Lord's gonna destroy this place. The angels came and warned him. The Lord's gonna destroy this place. He took heed to the warning.
Yeah.
There's a scripture on that, taking heed to the warning, man. See if we can find that. But the point is, we have to depart from this place spiritually, because we can't leave this place physically. Wherever you go here in the earth, you're under the vibration or being attacked by the vibration of the spiritual demon Satan.
Yeah, there's no escape.
There's nowhere you can really go.
You're surrounded by it. You're living in a wicked society. You yourself just have to keep your mind straight. You know? Okay, this is evil. This is, you know, understand what it is.
This is Babylon. It's a very wicked place. America.
Look, they have a whole, like, look at, they have this whole month. You got all this decoration, you know. The Christmas spirit, there's a whole spirit behind it, bro, and it's a whole fucking demon, man.
It's a demon.
And what it does is it jacks up the profits for, you know, these companies, these businesses and stuff. They really use it as a way to rake in hell of money, bro. This is a very profitable time of the year.
Yep.
You have people that literally, you know, when they come out with like Black Fridays and stuff, every year there's people that fucking get trampled. They literally die from getting stomped to death by a stampede of fucking morons running into a store to buy everything they can. That is a wicked spirit, man.
Wicked.
You got people that are fucking fight, you know, it's the last toy or whatever, they'll fight you over that shit, man.
Oh, yeah.
And the funny thing is, it comes right after Thanksgiving, when you're supposed to be giving thanks to what you have, and the next day you're running people over for a flat screen.
They made a movie when we were young. It was called, I think, Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's about his son wanting a robot. It's like an action figure. And there was only one left, and they're squabbing. Schwarzenegger and some other dude are squabbing.
Yeah, the last action hero, right?
I forget what the fucking robot was called. Little toy, but yeah, you know, these are times for mass revenue to be siphoned, man.
And then on top of that, it's a whole demonic, satanic ritual that's going on, man.
Yes.
Bro, you could feel that demonic spirit, bro. Like when you understand what it is, you feel the spirit of the demon, man. There's a whole spirit behind it, and it's not a good one, you know.
The title of this article, it says, "The Saturnalia Cult Threat to Vulnerable Children Over Christmas." It says, child welfare groups across Europe and North America have vowed to be extra vigilant over Christmas in the wake of eyewitness accounts of satanic cult sacrifices involving children on important dates of the Roman calendar. It says, last month, Neon Nettle reported on the serial rape and killing of a young boy in Ninth Circle cult ritual in the Jesuit-run International Youth Center within San Lorenzo Church, less than a mile from the Vatican. The incident is alleged to have happened at midnight on the 22nd of February, according to an eyewitness, coinciding with the old Roman festivals of Feralia and Terminalia. They are definitely tied into not just Roman festivals, but also satanic calendars. The Christmas holiday season falls on the ancient Roman festival of Saturnalia, traditionally the 17th to 23rd of December, and is there a long time of heightened risk, says the field security for the International Tribunal into Crimes of Church and State. So this shit goes on every day,
and think about
every year.
This is the crime is out of control around these times of the year, man.
Yeah, it says, the former minister of the United Church of Canada says, Christmas is always a difficult time for people anyway. You tend to see not just suicide, but crimes tend to spike during the period of the year.
Yes.
So do these violent incidents. Because like the brother was saying, it's a spirit. There's a spirit behind it.
And if you're like alone on Christmas, bro, there's a fucking heavy demonic spirit that will attack. Like that's why suicides go up.
That's what we just said.
That's why there's this high suicide rate. Because there's this is supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year. I'm all alone, my wife left me. You know, nobody's popping any fucking thing.
It's just gloomy, bro. You can see it.
Bro,
the trees are all dead.
Everything's dead, bro. It's the spirit of death. And you people are fucking just like dancing around it.
Zombies.
You have no idea what you know it really is. Just like the whole Halloween thing. That's a spirit, man. That is a fucking dark, demonic, evil, wicked ass spirit, bro.
Yeah. It goes on to the next question. How concerned should we be that more children could become victims? He says, these things happen regularly, he says. They are definitely tied into not just Roman festivals, but also satanic calendars.
And that shows you too that this is Rome. Hey, they have that saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Well, this is a Roman festival, man, and it begins, you know, according to them, tomorrow is when that Roman festival starts to begin. Which means the spirit is going to become more intense. More and more demons going to hop on people. More and more crime. More and more rape of young peoples.
Oh, think about the parties.
Oh, man.
You know,
those are rituals.
People over. Yeah. Wickedness going on. People overdosing drugs. Like you said, rape. You always hear about these women talking about, oh, I went to a party and blacked out, woke up in G-string and shit.
Oh. Hey, they be what do you call it? Spiking drinks and shit. These things, rituals and shit.
Yep, you get got by Chad. The Chad got you.
She loves the Chad.
She loves the Chad. Let me get this real quick. This is Jeremiah 51 and 6. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance, and he will render unto her a recompense. Right? Because this place is completely adverse to Yahweh Shem Shai, man.
Especially now with these holidays, these holidays are full of iniquity, man.
Yeah.
They're having you worship and partake of pagan customs.
Yep.
You know, which is wickedness.
Yeah, it's wickedness to actually deal with this holiday like that.
Yeah.
To like be in the spirit of Christmas. That means you are in the spirit of Satan. You know, that's why we don't deal with these holidays like that, bro.
It says, but also satanic calendars. There are certain days of the year that seem to have more significance in terms of human sacrifice. New moons apparently often tie into those times of the month as well.
Which is extremely wicked, bro, because the new moon is a Sabbath.
Yep. Esau knows these things, man. You know, these damn other nations, they be doing things, man, to try to mess with the day of rest.
Well, you think about it, it's a super holy time, right? So Esau, it's a high holy day. So Esau being the anti, he used that to deal with sickness.
It says, but the Roman festivals are significant because they seem to be guiding the actions of these cults that operate within or around the Catholic Church.
Which shows you that the Catholic Church is nothing but madness.
Yeah.
It's nothing but a pagan, satanic church, man. That's why they push all these holidays, bro. They'll have they'll rent out a hall, man, and have big old feasts and all that type of stuff, man. You know, if you went into a church on Christmas, they'll have a Christmas tree, stars and the bells and all the holly jolly bullshit.
Wow, check this out. It says these criminal elements can be termed Saturn death cults.
Damn.
It says author and researcher Troy McLachlan.
Man, was that a Jew?
No, it's like...
Oh, McLachlan.
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 Because because their ritualistic and murderous activities are derived from a distorted understanding of Saturn worship, where the authority of Saturn is used to justify extreme control mechanisms up to and including ritual murder.
Damn.
We know that in North America, Aboriginal children are the easiest to grab because they legally, it says because legally they are in a different category.
Yeah, they live on the reservations, bro.
Yeah, different laws.
They're separated from. They're like their own thing, bro.
Separated from federal law.
Yeah, they have their own. They gave them their own shit on these little reservations that they have. That was like the concept. That was Esau. Hey, the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. That was his consolation, and a reduced tax on cigarettes and gas.
I want to go in the casino.
There you go.
Money.
Which the Esau fucking brother. Esau's in there talking about I'm fucking .001.
I am the chieftain.
Yeah. This motherfucker come out in a headdress.
Yeah.
He'll come out in a headdress, bro.
The chief of Table Mountain Casino. Straight.
That movie, what is that movie with The Rock standing tall? Remember that movie? And it was that straight up blonde hair, blue eyed fucking demon. He looked like Ken, bro.
Oh yeah. Yep. Those are Gadites, huh?
Yeah. Not that a Gadite can't have blonde hair and blue eyes. That was not a Gadite. In the movie, it was like even The Rock was like, "Yo, you're full of shit, bro." That's how Esau plays, man. He plays. That's why the legal system is all Esau's witchcraft, bro. That's a fucking spider web madness, bro. And that's why you have to hire a Jew, because they know all the little loopholes and different little shit like that, you know. And they'll get somebody off on like, and you'll be like, what? That don't even make fucking sense, bro. It's like, according to the law, you know, section B501 fucking. And then they'll say some Latin gibberish.
You gotta know it. You gotta speak dragon.
Yeah, you got. That's what bro. That's what that is, bro. That's that dragon. The draconian.
Yes, sir.
Which wait till they implement that. That's gonna be a death sentence for speaking out against it. That's why Revelation 13 says he spake as a dragon.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 9. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Yeah, Esau thinks because he has all this power, he's going to be able to escape.
That judgment that's coming. Which are the nukes.
He thinks he's above God, bro.
It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. Which is going into that article we also brought out. They be doing this shit all the time, bro. They actually have cults where they actually sacrifice little children. And this winter solstice, which we're about to enter into, they're gonna do a lot this year, bro. They're gonna be killing a lot of people, man, with these vaccines. Okay. With war. Fucking Russia just brought like 80,000 troops to the EU border, man. You know? So war is still brewing, man. There's still gonna be war where a lot of people are gonna be put to death, man.
Yeah. Hey, Putin just punked Biden, bro. Told him not to fuck with Ukraine.
Yeah, well, that's what it's about.
Yeah,
they're bringing all them troops.
He straight up punked Biden. Was like, you ain't gonna do shit, bro.
I think the other day they brought like 80,000 troops closer. War's about to get on and cracking, man.
And China recently had a thing where they came out and they want to bring America for war crime for what they did in Afghanistan, in Iraq. China came out now because now they got the resources, they got the weaponry to come against this place.
Yeah, they're calling out Esau. Now they're going, well, what about you, motherfucker? Like, hey, what are you doing? And that's what's happening.
It's verse 11. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Just like when Cain slew Abel, or his blood, the blood cried unto the Lord. Well, everything right now is crying unto the Lord for Esau to be judged. Okay, starting with this man. Okay, starting with the brothers out here on the highways and byways, the elders and apostles. We cry unto the Lord to judge his devil, to judge his world. Then also the so-called innocent people that are getting put to death daily, unrighteously by Esau, whether it's righteously and unrighteous. Hey man, the souls are crying to the Lord. You know, to just do away with this, man. Everybody's tired of this shit, man.
Look at the homeless population.
Oh, man.
And what is Esau doing about that? Esau can have fucking war on everything except for the war on hunger. Where's the war on hunger, bro? Where's the war on poverty? Where's the war on homelessness? That's the fucking devil's a hypocrite, bro.
Yeah.
You have a war on everything else.
But not on himself.
You have a fucking war on a virus, bro.
That he created.
You have a war on terror. But you overlook the terrorist acts that you do.